Hey guys, welcome back to Profirm Insights YouTube channel and welcome to another Profirm battle. In this comparison today, we will be comparing Funded Next and E8 funding, and we will deep dive into the details, the benefits that they are offering to you as a Profirm trader. But just before we do that, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to join our free Telegram group from the link in description where you can ask us any questions that you have regarding Profirms. Now let's deep dive into today's video and see which firm has a better offering for you. So that's the main page of Funded Next. Very beautiful design of the website. And that's the main page of E8 funding. Now Funded Next is giving you account size up to $300,000 and you can earn up to 95% of the profit split. While on the other hand, E8 funding currently is now giving you 30% discount, and not only that, up to 100% of the payouts. Now looking at the main features of Funded Next, you can get 15% profit share from the challenge phase. There are no time limit restriction during the challenge phase, balance-based drawdown, raw spreads, and lowest commissions. And they have three different funding models. One is called evaluation, the other is called express, and the third type of the challenge is called stellar. While looking at E8 funding, you can trade up to $400,000 initially, which is scalable up to $1 million. You can choose between MT4 and MT5 with an overall up to 14% drawdown, no minimum trading days requirement, and you can get paid in 8 days. And they're giving you two different funding models: E8 account, which is a two-step evaluation funding model, E8 track, which is a three-step evaluation funding model. Now in the stellar challenge of Funded Next, there are two different options. One is one-step evaluation, the second is two-step evaluation, and you have also the option to choose swap-free account if you do not like to pay interest or swap on overnight position. Now let's have a look at their two-step stellar challenge model. In that, the minimum account size is $6,000, the maximum is $200,000. So how does this funding model work is that you have to make 8% profit in phase 1 of the evaluation and 5% profit in phase 2 of the evaluation, while you're getting 5% daily drawdown limit and 10% overall drawdown limit, and the drawdown type is balance based with no time limit restriction. You can take whatever time you want in order to pass phase 1 and in order to pass phase 2, and you have to just trade 5 minimum days, so that way you can move from phase 1 to phase 2 to funded account. And the commission on these accounts are $3 per lot, and the profit split is up to 95%. This 95% profit split option, you can add that during the checkout phase. Trading leverage is 1:100. You're allowed to trade during the news events. You're allowed to hold your trade over the weekend. You're allowed to use expert advisors and also trade copiers. And if you happen to fail the evaluation, you will be given 10% discount, which is a reset discount. Now let's say that you take the $6,000 account. It's going to cost you $59, and once you will pass the challenge and you will be given a funded account and you will make profits and you request a withdrawal, with that not only the fee will be refunded, but also you will be given $117 extra, which is a bonus of 15% from the challenge phase. The $15,000 account is going to cost you $119. $25,000 two-step stellar challenge account is going to cost you $199. $50,000 account will cost you $299, $100K account will cost you $519, and $200K account will cost you $999. Now, upon passing the challenge and getting the payout on the 15K account, you will be given a $292.5 bonus. On 25K account, it's going to be $487.5. On $50,000 account with your first profit split, you will get $975 bonus, which is a 15% from the valuation phase. On 100K account, it's gonna be $1,950, and on a 200K account, it's gonna be $3,900 profit bonus, which is incredible with the refundable fee and also with up to 95% profit split. Now you can also choose one-step evaluation where you just have to make 10% profit target with 3% daily drawdown limit, and you will be given 6% overall drawdown limit. And the drawdown type is balance based, and you're getting unlimited days to hit the profit target, but you have to trade for minimum of 5 days. Challenge leverage, however, is going to be 1:30, and you're allowed to hold your trade over the weekend. You're allowed to trade during the news event. You're allowed to use expert advisors and also trade copiers. Now 6K account will be for only $59, 15K account will be for $119, $25,000 account will be for $199, $50,000 account will be for $299, 100K for $519, and 200K for 919. And upon passing the challenge and getting the first payout, with your first payout, you will be getting $90 profit bonus on 6K account, $225 profit bonus on $15,000 account, $375 on a $25,000 account, $750 on a $50,000 account, $1,500 on a $100,000 account, $3,000 on a $200,000 account. So that's the stellar challenge from Funded Next. Now let's have a look at E8 track funding model from E8 Funding. It's basically a three-phase evaluation, and you can choose the account starting from $25,000 all the way up to $200,000. No matter whichever account you choose, you will be given unlimited days to hit the profit targets, and the minimum trading days requirement is none. For phase 1, the profit target is 8%. For phase 2 and for phase 3 both, profit target is 5%, and profit split is going to be 80% profit to you. The daily drawdown is 5% and overall drawdown is 8%, and it can be increased up to 14% of the drawdown based on their scaling plan. Now the $25,000 account in the E8 track funding model is going to cost you $138. $50,000 account will cost you $208. 100K account will cost you $358, and $200,000 account will cost you $598. Now let's have a look at the evaluation account offered by Funded Next. It's basically the same phase 1 and phase 2. However, in this one, you have to make 10% phase 1 target and 5% phase 2 target, while you're gonna get 5% daily drawdown limit and 10% overall drawdown limit. Not only that, for phase 1, you're just getting 4 weeks, and for phase 2, you're getting 8 weeks. But the 15% profit share from the challenge account is going to be higher now. On a 6K account, it's going to be $135. On a $15,000 account, it's going to be $337.5, and on a $25,000 account, it's going to be $562.5. On a $50,000 account, it's going to be $1,125. On a $100,000 account, it's going to be $2,250, and on a $200,000 account, it's going to be $4,500. You will be getting account leverage of 1:100. Profit split is up to 95%. You can get 95% profit split during the checkout phase, and you can add this as an add-on. News trading is allowed, weekend holding is allowed, expert advisors are allowed, and also trade copiers are allowed. 6K account will cost you $49. 15K will be for $99, 25K will be for $199, 50K for $299, 100,000 for $549, and 200,000 for $999. That was their standard two-step evaluation model before they started offering no time limit in their two-step evaluation model. Now looking at their two-step evaluation model of E8 funding, which is called E8 account, you have to make 8% in phase 1 and 5% in phase 2, and you will be given 80% profit split to you once you receive the funded account and you make profit on that. There is no minimum trading days requirement, and you're going to get unlimited days. The daily drawdown is going to be 5% and overall drawdown is 8%, which is scalable up to 14% according to their scaling plan. Now the account sizes are only starting from $25,000, and the 25K account is going to be for $228. $50,000 account is going to cost you $338. 100K account will cost you $588, and 200K account will cost you $988. You also have the option to choose euro account size and pound account size. It's up to you. If you go with the pound, it's going to be 144,000 pounds maximum capital, 18,000 pounds minimum. And for euro, it's 20,000 euros minimum, 160,000 euros maximum. So how does their scalable drawdown actually work is that you will be increasing your overall drawdown, which is initial 8% drawdown, by 1% every single time when you will get a payout from E8 funding. So after 6 payouts, it's going to be increased to 14%. So after your first payout, it's going to be 9% overall drawdown. After your second payout, it's going to be 10% overall drawdown. After your third, it's going to be 11, and so on and so forth, up to 14% overall drawdown on your account. Now the last funding model is remaining, which is Express funding model offered by Funded Next, which also has two different submodels, consistency and non-consistency. So how does this one work? So let's say that you choose consistency funding model, which has some consistency rules that you have to follow in order to make sure that you do not violate any risk parameter, you do not violate any consistency rule, and you lose the account. So how does this work is that you have to make 25% profit and you get 5% daily drawdown and 10% overall drawdown. There is no time limit restriction, and also you have to trade for minimum of 10 days. Now leverage of the account is 1:100, but you're not allowed to trade during the news event. You're not also allowed to hold your trade over the weekend. You're allowed to use expert advisors, and you're also allowed to use trade copiers. Now this $6,000 account is going to cost you $49, 15K, $99, 25K, $199, $50,000 account will be for $299, $100,000 account will be for $549, and 200K account will be for $999. Now, how does this work is that as it's a single phase evaluation, like a 25% profit target on a consistency model, you just have to prove yourself once and you will be given 15% profit share. Now, how much it's going to be? On a 6K account, it's going to be $225. 15K account, it's going to be $562.5. On a $25,000 account, in the consistency model, it's going to be $937.5. On a $50,000 account, it's going to be $1,875. And on a 100K account, it's going to be $3,750. And on a $200,000 account, the profit bonus is going to be $7,000. Now on this funding model, the profit split, it's gonna start with 60% and it can go up to 90%. And it's gonna happen with each successful withdrawal. After every single withdrawal, it's gonna keep increasing until you reach 90% profit split to you. And you can hit this 25% profit target in as little as 10 days and you can move on to the funded account. Now looking at the non-consistency express model, on this one, you have to make 25% profit target. There are no consistency rules. However, the maximum account size here is $100,000. You're gonna get 5% daily drawdown, 10% overall drawdown. You're not allowed to just trade during the news event, but you can hold your trade over the weekend. You're also allowed to use expert advisors and trade copiers. The 6K account is gonna be for $59. 15K account is gonna be for $119. 25K account for $229, and 50K account is gonna be for $379, and $100,000 account is going to be $699. And the profit bonus from the account is the same as consistency. The maximum that you can earn is $3,750 just from the challenge phase on a 100K account, and the minimum is $225 on a 6K account. So these were the funding models offered by FundedNext and funding models offered by E8 Funding. Now let us know what do you think, which one is the best, and we have done in-depth review on both of these firms already. Make sure to check them out on our website if you need more information. You can ask us in the comment section, or you can even ask us by joining our free Telegram community, which we have added the link in description. You can ask me and my team, and we will be in the group to help you with any of your questions that you have with any prop firm related query. So that's it from this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching until the end. So whenever you're gonna take the challenge, make sure that you use the links in description. And that's it from this video. We will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Bye for now. Stay tuned.